lab is essentially for processing of evidence and exhibits. We have a couple different areas that we specialize in processing of exhibits. When we do get firearms that are seized, they generally come to us right away for processing, and I'll show you that process right now. DNA is a huge part of forensics. That is my first priority. That essentially entails swabbing of firearms. Get a little bit of moisture on there, and then typically we are rubbing off all the skin cells that have been sloughed off by the hands through the handling of the firearm, specifically on the grip. When I'm satisfied that I have enough area that I've covered with the swab, then I will seal it up into a swab box. And then this gets packaged up. If somebody has handled this firearm, there's a good chance that they have left fingerprints on it. And I'll apply some fluorescent orange powder here, and then we'll go and look at it in our laser room. Okay, so what I have set up here is a camera attached to a television. Now what I'm doing here is shining a laser at the fluorescent powder. The powder should excite to the point where that it will become visible if there's a fingerprint on this firearm. Let's see what we got. We'll just take a photograph of that. And now this fingerprint is preserved, and I would take this fingerprint back and submit it to our RCMP, the national database, where we store all of our fingerprints. This is our new ballistics chamber. What this allows us to do is generate our own firearm ballistic samples in-house. The purpose of this tank is to connect shooting incidents in the city and upload those samples to the 𝐿𝐵IS database, which can make linkages between firearms across North America. The water comes up to right at the end of the plastic here, and then there's a pump that's running, and as soon as I shoot the rounds into it, those projectiles get deposited into the top of the filtering system. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So we'll retrieve our projectiles from the pump here in the back. So those are 3 pristine projectiles that were slowed down by the water tank that the CFS can use to upload the fingerprint of this firearm to the database. Every time a firing pin strikes the primer on a cartridge, it leaves a mark. And so every single primer, when you look at it microscopically, leaves an individual mark on every cartridge case, as well as the projectile that goes through the barrel. There's lands and grooves down that barrel, and those leave individual marks on each bullet. Samples can get uploaded in a microscopic way onto our database, and that's how they are able to essentially determine the fingerprint of each gun.